So that is cool. I don't know if we'll gain the same stream back or there'll be like a different stream, but that's fine. But So now you're talking about we are not talk we are talking when you talk about the maximizing the lifetime value of the customer. This is not about frequency of trades. This is about when you say the lady said that this is my asset, you are in charge of it, do what you want, bill me for the incidentals. You know, so this is not a trade. This is just management. You're
Right.
getting management fees, is it?
Yes, yes, yes.
बट इन इंडिया रियल एस्टेट इज ओनली ब्रोकरेज पे चलता है ना तो व्हाट इफ द सोसाइटी द प्रॉपर्टी डजंट ट्रेड फॉर 5 years then
No, no, people are willing to pay if you have the services to offer, if you have the right services to offer. I even have
okay
clients who keep their properties locked, and they say that from time to time you just take care of it, just go to the property, just ensure that there's no hassle, no issue with the
hmm
property. There's a bunch of things which one has to do. You really have to offer a one-stop shop. The same
okay
person would have a factory,
hmm
which is on rent.
hmm
He will have another factory which is for sale. The
hmm
same client wants to buy something else. So
hmm
you have to do multiple transactions for the same client.
okay
Rather than them going and finding different people for different things. Sometimes they will just come to you and they say, boss, i have I have this other broker who will do the full transaction, but you are here to give me the consultancy if this is the right property, if this is the right price point, etc. And I have somebody else who will take care of a lot of things, but just take care of the consultancy part. Just ensure that just I can maximize my profitability if I stay invested in this property for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years time. you know
okay
so the markets are changing. People are also willing to talk to more than one consultant at the same time. They are willing
yep
to they are willing to pay
to
more consultation charges
yep
or the
yep
brokerage.
to triangulate the information.
Absolutely,
Yep,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. So at this point, if you are a real estate professional or if you are an investor, regardless of early stage investor or one of the high ticket luxury investors, Mr. Ratnesh is has offered us, for the people in the hangout who are attending the live stream. In case you want any of your real estate questions answered, you have a question about a property you own, you have a question about a property you want to own, or you are a real estate advisor or consultant who is doing stuff on brokerage, you want to get into the services segment, just head on over to alliancepartners.in and I'll just show you how to grab a free consultation from Mr. Ratnesh. Let me just share this particular screen. Okay, so you have alliancepartners.in. Let me just maximize the screen. And you'll come over to Mr. Ratnesh's website. Just head on over below and you will find his calendar. And he has, as you can see, very limited slots. He's got a few limited slots. In case you want any of your questions answered or something like that, just go ahead, book your calendar, just grab his free slots. And, he'll be more than happy to spend 20-30 minutes with you answering some quick questions. Okay. Thank you for that offer, Ratneji. I'll just flash that on the screen for our patrons also and attendees. Thank you for attending, for supporting the live stream with comments. Yes, there is a lot to learn from this man, no question about it. And while you can grab him for free, you can probably, his advice for 20-30 minutes would probably be worth in excess of 40-50,000 just by the advice itself. Okay, let's get cracking. So now you were saying that there are people who support, just like when you did the newspaper stuff, you found everybody going to be anti, but there were people who supported the idea and who invested in the idea. Now over here, this is going to be like a revolutionary idea where charging just for the advice or for the services, regardless of the frequency of trading in the actual commodity or the asset. This is a revolutionary idea. I don't think there are very many people that are servicing this kind of thing. So you're definitely on a mission here. You've already shared with us that once you develop reliability and transparency, tell us about fast turnaround. What are you talking about fast turnaround? Like what is this fast turnaround that people want that you've just discovered?
See, fast turnaround is something like uh, you know people want you to respond. Okay, Uh,
Okay.
now specifically, if you're dealing with people who are NRIs, etc., they're used to a different lifestyle and different level of service. So you have to get back to them with the responses, whatever is happening on their property, whether they are selling, whether they are buying, okay, and what's going on. It's almost like a real time kind of thing. Uh, like last time I was for another client, I was taking care of some government agency related things, some power of attorney and all that, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, the courts, the government department said, this is going to take 10 days, and in the course of time, they they misplaced those documents, and imagine somebody losing a power of attorney document from a government office, and that too without taking the responsibility of it. And my client, who's based out of India, they were almost in tears, and they were so panicky. They had no clue what to do, and we kept chasing, and we kept going to the government office, and finding out to assist them. And luckily for us, we were very fortunate and lucky that out of those two documents which we had submitted, the first document was given to us, but second document, initially they said that no, you gave us one document only. Then for the next
Hmm.
1 week, 10 days, they kept dilly dallying that no, there's nothing. And finally, one fine day, they gave us a call and they said, boss, we found your document, please come and take it. So, so I mean, all kinds of things happen. But my clients would call me every day at least 2 3 times, and
Mhm.
I had to respond to them as to what's happening and what am I doing about it, and what if in case they are not able to locate those documents. So I had already had a plan B for them, that
Wow.
in case we cannot find those documents, then we have to file a police complaint saying this document is lost, and
Hmm.
nobody should be dealing with it, and this and that,
Hmm.
and side by side start arranging the next set of documents to so that we don't lose time, because
Hmm. Hmm.
we were selling one property to reinvest in another property. So everything, it's a chain of things, and everything is getting delayed, and somebody is paying for that delay, which was obviously my client.
Obviously, the
So
client.
obviously
Yeah.
the client. So you have to safeguard their interest. You have to think that their money is your money.
Yep.
Then only it will work. They have to feel it also. It is not
Yep.
only for effect. You really
Yeah.
have to ensure that you do it, and they know it. Nobody.
Yeah.
People are sensible. People know what's happening. People
Yeah.
can read through your words, and people can read through your body language. Yeah, if people are spending crores or lakhs and lakhs of rupees on these properties, they're seeing life. They're seeing life. It's not easy money. Nobody's money is easy money.
Yeah. People who have crores also know how to read people like a book.
Absolutely, they
Otherwise,
know
they
all the more.
otherwise they wouldn't have the crores.
Yes, absolutely. They know all the more. They know all the
Yeah.
more. So you have to be uh, you have to have a heart for them, and you have to know that
Yeah.
you have to serve them well. They're paying you money to serve them, and you look after them and look after their interests. It's very very important to feel for them. To feel for
Yeah, that's
them.
what the big bucks are for, man. If
Yes,
you can
yes,
be the go-to guy, the person of trust.
yes.
So you also said that in addition to like the market being available, the people being ready, they also have some barriers, some questions, some doubts before they jump in with you, right? So what are some of the barriers, like the mental barriers that you have seen clients um, face, your clients face, even if they are the right clients? Like what are the questions they have, what are the mental blocks they have, what are the things they want cleared up before they jump into the game? So.
You see, anybody who's out in the market to invest money has is supposed to have a lot of questions. Everybody does a lot of homework. So
Mhm.
so again, we go back to what their need is. You understand their need. What are they looking at? What is their appetite? What is their risk appetite? Are they looking at
Mhm.
secure sort of
Mhm.
returns,
Mm.
or they are willing to take a slightly more risk?
Yep.
Are they okay to get into a newly launched property or an under construction property, or they want to have minimal sort of risk, in the sense that give them a ready to move in property, so that they arrange the financing, funding,
Hmm.
immediately get
Hmm.
the registration, the ownership
Hmm.
transferred into their name, and move into the
Hmm.
property. So all that needs to be understood well, and we cannot propose every product to everybody.
Hmm.
You have to carefully understand their needs, and to get into that, you have to also know what all they have seen, what all they have faced. Too many people have been cheated in our business, uh,
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that as well. What happened last
Yeah.
time around when they were in
Yeah.
market. Like recently, I met one of my clients who was in the market around 3 years back. He was
Mm-hmm.
in touch with me, and he
Mm-hmm.
was asking me for to have a small investment of around 10 to 15 lakhs. And there's
Mm-hmm.
something called an EWS, economically weaker section. These small
Okay.
apartments,
Yep. Yep.
and
Yep.
they come with a ride on them, saying that it cannot be transferred or sold to anybody
Uh-huh.
without
Yeah.
without holding them for 5 years time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right
Yeah. That's right.
now,
I know
now,
about
now
that.
that
Yeah.
gentleman, he, I mean, when he was in touch with me, he was asking me about EWS, and I told him EWS is a risky game. Uh,
Yeah.
you don't get into it because it has all these extra rights attached to it. 5 years and all that lock-in period. And when he got in touch with me now, he told me that we did not listen to you, and we have lost close to 14 lakh rupees in that deal,
Oh.
where
Okay.
where
Wow.
we didn't pay heed to what you said. We went ahead and we bought that apartment, and the guy has cheated us. He we didn't get the money,
Mm.
and we didn't get the property also. So
Mm.
this time around, we want to stick to what you are saying, and we'll go with what you are saying.
Amazing
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Amazing stuff. Okay. Great new insights. Amazing.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So when you entered this market and when you wanted to like take it like big, you've got the industrial plots in Bhiwadi going on, plus you're doing the real estate revolution. So what were some of your things that you had to transcend, because you've been working in the physical world, now you're making the jump into the digital side with your the real estate revolution stuff. So what were some of the barrier that you had to break? Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of field work, and when you go digital, it's a lot of computer work. So like, how do you balance the two?
You see, it was quite difficult for me in the beginning because I'm not used to this kind of thing, this kind of activity. These coming in
Mhm.
front of cameras and all that, and that's where I want to deeply thank Startup Frat and Dr. Rajat Sinha and the pace coaches and the team.
Mhm.
Today it seems like nothing, as if I've been always been talking in front of cameras, but that was the case if you asked me a few months ago. No, I used to get scared to come in front of camera and to sort of talk with ease and all that. But the markets are changing, the times are changing. Okay, right now we're talking about Bhiwadi and all. Bhiwadi is still just about 50-70 kilometers, but
Mhm.
sitting over here, I had one of my friend who contacted me. He had a property in Kerala and he wanted to sell it.
Wow.
So obviously I don't know too much about Kerala, but I had to help
Mhm.
him out with his deal.
Mhm.
So I connected him to some broker, and he was able to close that deal in Kerala. So the times have changed. It's a different world. One must acquire the new skill sets. It's very important, and it's very convenient also. And the
Mhm.
reach is unlimited. From here,
Wow.
you can reach out to hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people. Which
Wow.
which you cannot do. You cannot. One life is not enough to have such kind of reach. So
Mm.
again, thank you, Startup Frat, for this opportunity, for this sort of congregation, for this group of people, and a lot of hand holding. Specifically for people like me who are 40 plus, 45 plus, 50 plus. You know, we get nervous by so many things. When it comes to technology and all that. And obviously, you have taken care of almost everything. So it's amazing. The pace coaches, I want to thank the pace coaches, Dr. Kamal, Mr. Sumit, and everybody else, behind the curtain. And we must make out of it, make the most out of it. Sorry. Yeah, yeah,
Yep, yep,
yeah,
indeed, indeed.
yes, yeah.
Okay, so so finally, before we go to industry, before we go to the industry stuff, um, let us just quickly ask how you are able to manage at home. Like, how are you able to manage the field aspect? Then you have the digital aspect, and then you have the family aspect. Like you mentioned that you, like when you were a teenager, you're dropping and picking up your sister. Now you're dropping and picking up your daughter. So life comes back full circle. So how are you managing all that? Like, how do you manage at home, and like how do you manage the ins and outs? You got to constant. I think you must be in and out the door the whole time, right?
Yes,
At home.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It is in and out because that's the kind of business we are in. But
Mm-hmm.
slowly you have to come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of leveraging has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The times have changed. In the 20 years ago, you could not think of something like going online and clicking
Mm-hmm.
few clicks, and you place your order and your vegetables will be delivered to your doorstep, right?
Yeah.
It was something unbelievable, but today it's
Yeah.
happening. you know
Yeah.
uh, Companies like Blinkit and Grofers, they deliver to your doorstep in like 15-20 minutes at the max. So the times are very dynamic. One has to change. Either you fall in or you fall out. Either you are in the game or you're out of the game. You
Yeah.
cannot be in between. You cannot be in between. So one must change. Some challenges are there. We all, our lives have challenges, but these are smaller challenges. I've been able to cope up, and slowly, I am building up. I want to be in the online thing more, because
Hmm.
this is the hour of the need. This is the game,
Hmm.
and the reach is unlimited. India itself, we are talking about 50,000, 50 crore people
Hmm.
on Facebook. It's
Yep.
a huge
Yep.
market, and then potential is unlimited. It's up to a person how far you want to go, how far are you willing to bend, and how much trouble also are you willing
Hmm.
to take.
Hmm.
Because you have to displace yourself.
Hmm.
It will not be an easy journey, but it's definitely fruitful. It's definitely fruitful. If you go for it, it's fruitful. It's worth it.
So then, what do you think prediction is going to be the future of real estate education in India? Because this market doesn't exist in India. You have discovered it. Your exposure abroad also probably, I'm sure, must have gone into it, because in Dubai and all, real estate is all education and information based. Once you get in with the information, education, build the trust, and then do the deals. I think you recreated it, although it was a new field for you in Dubai. You are not a real estate guy, you are a luxury goods guy, and today you're a real estate guy. So you've been able to make the shift on multiple fronts. So what do you think is going to be the future of real estate education, the industry that you have so nicely founded in the country? You're the visionary of the industry.
So the good news is that real estate guys have decent amount of money, a lot of them. Okay, they are
Hmm.
doing well, but at the same time, times are changing, and people have to change their style
Hmm.
of working also. Okay,
Hmm.
so you have to be more online. You have
Hmm.
to, the biggest thing there is to have the faith and the trust
Hmm.
of your
Yep.
clients. And it takes time to build it up, but one must have a lot of patience. And yes, the industry is huge. There's a lot of opportunity. People are wanting to learn. A lot of people are lost out there. They have no
Hmm.
clue what to do, where to start. I was also one of them some years ago, but
Hmm.
then I was lucky enough to carve my niche, and obviously I was lucky to get into startup frat, to give it a new dimension. And yes, the potential is unlimited. People are willing to learn. People are willing to come, and a lot of opportunity for us in India.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing stuff. All right. So before we move on to the chat roll and give him a resounding send off with the clapping and everything, let me just quickly share with you. Just head on over to alliancepartners.in. That's his website. That's him over here. That's something about his services, some stuff about his services. You've got his own introduction and everything. And the best part is, just head over to alliancepartners.in. Every page has his calendar, and he's got a couple of days free, I can see, and few slots on each of the days. So in case you're watching this live stream, you have any real estate questions you want to be answered, then he's the man. Alliancepartners.in is the website. It's showing in the roll below. And with that, let me just go over and display the chat roll, and we will have a solid send off to Mr. Ratnesh Sharma. Let's keep the comments coming. And uh, Sumit ji is saying, I'm sure. Let me display this saying. One sec. Where'd that go? I'm sure Ratnesh ji would be able to make the real estate industry a good name. Amazing. Okay. Awesome. All right. Awesome. Awesome interview. Amazing stuff. Okay. Mr. Ruel is saying thank you both. Amazing. Okay. Let me see which. Okay. I've got stuff coming in from different sources. Her stuff coming in from YouTube. Her stuff coming in from the Hangout. Her stuff coming in from the Facebook business page. All right. Okay. We still have users who I am unable to display your name, but I will display your comment because I am unable to display your name. Okay, all right, man. Okay, thank you so much. With this, we will be letting Ratneji go before he gets another call from his real estate buddies, and before he goes into close those killer deals. And awesome. Okay, with that, thank you very much, Ratneji. Thank you for your time, for the great learning you've given. Look forward to catching you on the other side, and look forward to having you back on the stream again. Just keep us posted on the next level of achievements. And it's a privilege to have people like you representing the real estate industry in our community. Really
Thank you,
nice to
Dr.
have
Ramesh.
you. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
Dr.
sir.
Ramesh. Thank you. Cheers.
All
Bye bye.
righty. Cool. Awesome.